Hello and welcome, my Leo friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching my video. This is going to be my group reading for Mercury Retrograde for my Leo friends. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like we just exited Mercury Retrograde. I fully acknowledge that was October, November, and we're now into February. However, those feelings still stick. I know we kind of loathe and hate Mercury Retrograde. This astrological phenomenon can wreak havoc in our lives, but it also does offer us the opportunity to make some amazing shifts and changes in our lives. We're going to look at that today. And we're also going to look at how to overcome those strings that are attached to these amazing gifts, because Mercury Retrograde is full of challenges. So for the reading today, I'm going to be using the Wild Unknown Tarot and the Energy Oracle. Like always, there are links below to both these fantastic decks, so should they speak to you, you can go check them out for yourselves. Alright, my Leo friends, let's see what the cards have to say today. And we have jumpers already. It's amazing how the cards are so excited to talk today. What cards represent Mercury Retrograde for my Leo friends? So the first one, the Four of Pentacles. Mercury Retrograde, even though it's going to cause some disruption in communication and technology, it's going to offer you the ability to create a stronger and more grounded foundation to support you on this evolution and transformation that we've been starting to see ourselves go through. And we have the Six of Cups. Sixes are about balance and harmony. This card literally speaks right off of the Four. That foundation is going to strengthen because you're going to find more balance and connection within that Mercury Retrograde. When we start to slow down and connect in, rather than just respond innately to whatever's happening, those rushed responses, those emotional outbursts actually slow that connection because it's a lower vibrational automatic response, rather than taking that breath and going, wait a minute, what's really going on here? That stability and growth is an amazing opportunity for you. The Two of Pentacles. Twos are about duality and choice. The Two of Pentacles is the quintessential balance card. And like I said, it's in this balance that we're going to find the stability, that foundation. We're going to strengthen existing abilities and skills so that we are able to cope with whatever life throws at us. The Daughter of Wands, also known as the Page of Wands, Princess of Wands, whatever you want to call that childlike, innocent energy that's full of play, excitement, and has that inquisitive mind, that questioning and challenging energy. And that, let's be honest, challenging energy of fire is fantastic. Will help you to bring in that awareness and understanding of what's occurring now and throughout Mercury Retrograde. These cards are helping you to see not only how to overcome the challenges that it itself brings, like Mercury Retrograde brings to you. However, it's also giving you more tools and strengthening existing tools to overcoming challenges. Life is not handed to us. Actually, if it was, what we'd find is that we would become bored and complacent. When we work at things, when we learn from them, that's what makes life exciting. We gain so much more out of trying and working hard at something than somebody just handing it to us. The Eight of Wands. Eights are about movement and manifestation. Usually in the Eight of Wands, you have 8 wands descending from the heavens to where yourself or to the earth. That connection in and guidance is going to be key. That balance is very important. Balancing the physical and the spiritual. We need to gain that guidance from the high vibrational beings who have a bigger understanding in that big picture of what's happening for us and those around us, rather than what we think is a big picture, which happens to be a very microscopic aspect of the life and of the journey we're going to take. So Mercury Retrograde is offering you the ability to literally rebalance and restabilize yourself, gaining more tools and abilities to overcome challenges, which are fantastic. These are fantastic abilities and things to really latch onto, because we are going to need them as we go forward. So let's look at how we can really embrace these ideas and overcome any of the strings that have been attached to this information and idea. So how can my Leo friends embrace these amazing opportunities and overcome the challenges they are going to face during Mercury Retrograde? The first one, the Devil, the 15th card in the Major Arcana. It talks about those coping mechanisms, beliefs, value sets that we revert to, no matter how high or low the vibration is, to overcome those challenges. We need to rebalance and restabilize our thought patterns, our coping mechanisms, our value sets. The Daughter of Wands wants to really question and bring in new and more vibrant, high vibrational replacements, because we have low vibrational ones, those ones that are just there, that are not so good for us. They're not for a greater good, and they do nothing but put band-aids on situations that need to be dealt with. And the Devil needs to be really challenged. Our ego needs to be taken on. The Devil and our ego are holding the same court. We need to start to question and release what isn't working by rebalancing out and gaining the guidance from the universe so we can challenge. Is this to my greater good? Will this help me get to where I need to be? So the Devil is going to be something that we're going to have to take on. The Ace of Swords. Aces are a gift. Swords are about truth and knowledge. We're literally going to have eureka moments. And they're going to come in fast and furious. Similar to the Eight of Wands, they're going to come in and you're going to be like, oh, well, that makes sense. Why haven't I done that before? And sometimes those eureka moments may be a little bit anxiety provoking, because they're really going to rock the devil. Rock what you've been doing and you know that hasn't been working to your best and greatest good. Embracing those eureka moments, balancing them out and incorporating them like the Daughter of Wands wants you to, so that you are able to make that shift. Bring in that balance, strengthen those root systems, so when you are challenged with a situation, it's easier for you to overcome them. The Two of Wands. Twos are about duality and choice. Wands, that inner passion. We have many choices to make. What eureka moments we're going to embrace, how we're going to incorporate things, what shifts need to happen. Ultimately, it is up to us. Right now, we're looking at a very self-driven determination of course. We don't have the Tower involved. However, if we don't make enough shifts, if we stay too stagnant, that's when the Tower comes in and starts to rock our world. Right now, everything is very passive. We're looking at our high vibrational beings giving us direction. The universe gently taking our hand and trying to guide us to where it is we need to go for our greater good. We need to be mindful of the decisions we make because there are going to be outcomes. So if we don't do any shifting or we do limited shifting, the universe will step in. If we do too much shifting, our ego is really going to feel it, and it's going to come and really give you some feedback on that. And you're going to feel a little bit uncomfortable. Slow and steady, we've got that Four of Pentacles. We need to keep that very stable and grounded energy while we're doing this. Making sure that the changes that we're making are maintainable and sustainable. Then the Hierophant. The fifth card in the major arcana, and it's that connection to source or God or that great entity. We're getting a number of lightning bolts, those aha eureka moments. You're going to find as you embrace those aha eureka moments that more doors and opportunities open for you. You're going to be raising your vibration as you release the nooses that the devil has around your neck. So you're going to have more opportunity to grow and to embrace different opportunities that weren't there prior to those eureka moments. Then we have the Eight of Swords. Like I said above, eights are about movement and manifestation. The swords are about truth and knowledge. The Eight of Swords talks about really penning ourselves in so that we're not able to grow and transform. The original card has this woman all bound up. She's got a blindfold on, and there's 8 swords penning her in this kind of craggy marsh. She's the one who's put those swords and bindings around her. Without releasing and dealing with events and situations that have resulted in low vibrational energies and emotions being attached to them, she has penned herself in. She's literally tied herself down. Now, it's not so much labeling the situation wrong, rather than releasing and being accountable for that situation, event, or happening. Sometimes we have to take the high road, and sometimes we have to really be accountable for what we've done or what we haven't done. So the Eight of Swords reminds us that we still have situations that we're holding that we need to release. This isn't a time to release them. However, your ego is going to throw them in your face when you start to make changes and challenge the devil. We will be getting the support system and balancing that we need to be able to start to work on them. However, right now is not the time to work on them. When the devil starts to throw them in your face, your ego starts to bring them up, identifying them for what they are so that you can get back to them, so you can make those shifts. Those choices, that free will is imperative. How we go about embracing these energies and embracing these gifts will really change how we can go forward. It will help with our evolution and transformation. All right, let's get into some blessings. What blessing can my Leo friends embrace to help them overcome the challenges brought on by Mercury Retrograde and the guidance that it's offering them? The first one, Archangel Uriel, the 7th chakra. Now, Archangel Uriel, for one, I've always had that energy as a masculine energy, not a feminine, and I don't usually attach him to my crown chakra, which is your 7th chakra. He's more in line with your solar plexus chakra. Uriel means light of God. He holds that celestial fire. And it's that celestial fire that we have in our solar plexus. Now, both the solar plexus and the crown chakra are going to be very important for you. The solar plexus for courage and determination, and the crown chakra for receiving that information and wisdom from the higher source. So both of them are going to be very important for you. However, when I'm looking at the 7th chakra, especially in this reading, I'm getting more of an Archangel Gabriel. Now, she will work a lot with Archangel Uriel for you during this time so that you are able to receive that message, so that you are able to strengthen your courage and determination and your solar plexus chakra. The next one, hostilities. We really haven't touched on Mercury retrograde and all its strings. The cards are very clear that you're able to make some shifts and rebalance things and be able to gain more tools and strengthen existing tools. Mercury retrograde will disrupt communication. You're going to have misunderstandings, misinterpretations, technology is going to go down, it's going to fluctuate. You're going to have that aggressive energy in play. There's not a lot we can do about that aggressive energy other than knowing that it's going to be there. And when we know it's going to be there, it's easier for us to cope with and really be able to acknowledge Mercury retrograde for what it is. We're also looking at a lot of swords in this reading. When you look at the swords, that's truth and knowledge. That knowledge base, that critical thinking. We're not got any cups. That emotion is gone in this reading. We're looking at a very fact and grounded energy. So during Mercury retrograde, that critical thinking, focusing in on the head rather than the heart-led self. So knowing that these hostilities and anger issues are going to be coming in due to miscommunications and misunderstandings is going to help push you forward because it gives you that step up, being able to use those critical thinking skills and making positive, high vibrational choices, taking the high road rather than that emotional response. Then we have the World. Very much connected into the Dancer or the World Tarot card, where you're looking at that next step. You've got the World at your hand and you're looking at that next chapter. This next chapter is going to be clearer and more defined the more work we put into it. And then finally, Door to Value. You're going to start to see many doors opening. The more grounded and balanced we are, that foundation piece, the more stable it is, the more abundance we can create, because we'll have a platform to raise our vibration and start to manifest and create things in our lives that again are high vibrational, bringing that fulfillment and joy, which is going to bring in more high vibrational energy, which is going to bring in more abundance and growth. These are our first steps to taking that abundance and growth firmly in our hands. Like I said, the more you put in, the more you're going to get out. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful and that you're able to gain some direction and insight into what Mercury retrograde is going to offer you. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. I have so much more creative and dynamic stuff coming through the lines. It's phenomenal. The best way to stay connected into this amazing guidance and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out. Until tomorrow, my Leo friends.